Hey everyone, welcome back to SKRS, your go-to channel for future tech and AI. If you're new here, make sure to smash that subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you never miss our latest AI analysis videos. Today, we're diving into something huge. Grok is absolutely crushing the competition in AI benchmarks. I'm talking about beating OpenAI's ChatGPT, Google's Gemini, and pretty much every other AI model out there. Now, I know what you're thinking. What does beating actually mean? Well, we're going to break it down with real numbers, real benchmarks, and real examples across three critical areas. First, reasoning tasks. Imagine giving an AI a complex math problem from a national competition. Can it solve it step by step like a human would? Second, coding tasks. Can the AI write clean, efficient code that actually works? Can it debug problems? Can it optimize algorithms? Third, agentic tasks. This is where things get really interesting. Can the AI plan and execute multiple steps autonomously, like booking a trip, researching options, making decisions, and handling problems without you holding its hand? Over the next 20 minutes, I'm going to show you the exact benchmark scores, explain what they mean in practical terms, and reveal why Grok is dominating right now. And hey, if you find this breakdown valuable, and I think you will, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. It helps the YouTube algorithm show this to more people who care about AI technology. Appreciate it? Alright, let's start with reasoning benchmarks and some mind-blowing numbers. Reasoning BNCHMRKS. Okay, reasoning benchmarks. These are tests that measure how well AI can think through complex problems. AIME, the Math Championship Test. Let's talk about AIME first. AIME stands for American Invitational Mathematics Exam. This is the real deal, a competition that only the top high school math students in America even get invited to take. We're talking about problems like this. Find the number of ordered pairs where two numbers multiply together in a specific way with their greatest common divisor and least common multiple. Sounds complicated, right? Because it is. These aren't your basic algebra problems. So here are the scores. Pay close attention. Grok 3 scores 93.3%. Let me repeat that: 93.3% on one of the toughest math exams in America. ChatGPT, around 78%. Gemini, about 75%. That's not a small difference, that's a 15 percentage point lead. In benchmark terms, that's absolutely massive. It's like comparing a straight A student to a C+ student. GPQA, graduate level physics. Now let's look at GPQA, that's graduate level physics questions and answers. We're talking PhD level stuff here. Quantum mechanics, thermodynamics, advanced physics concepts. Here's an example of what these questions look like. Explain the quantum mechanical behavior of particles in a specific energy state and calculate the probability distribution. Yeah, it's that complex. The scores. Grok nails 84.6%. ChatGPT gets around 79%. Gemini hits about 77%. Again, Grok is in the lead. But here's what's really interesting, and you can see this on the screen. It's not just that Grok wins, it's how Grok solves these problems. Grok uses something called think mode. It literally thinks through problems step by step, showing its reasoning. It's like having a brilliant tutor who doesn't just give you the answer, they walk you through the logic. What this means in real life. Let me give you a practical example. Let's say you're a researcher trying to solve a complex problem. You need an AI that can 1. Understand nuanced questions. 2. Break down multi-step reasoning. 3. Actually get the right answer consistently. That's where Grok's 15-point advantage matters. It's the difference between getting reliable help and having to double-check everything. Before we move to coding benchmarks, quick reminder: if you're enjoying this deep dive into AI performance, hit that like button. Your engagement literally helps YouTube recommend this video to other AI enthusiasts. Takes 1 second, makes a huge difference. Coding BNCHMRKS. Now let's talk about something that affects millions of developers: coding benchmarks. Look at the comparison table on screen. We're measuring 4 key areas. Let me explain what each one actually means with examples. Codebench, this tests whether AI can write functional code from a description. Here's a real example. Write a function that finds the shortest path between 2 points in a graph using Dijkstra's algorithm. Grok, superior performance. The code works, it's efficient, it's clean. ChatGPT, strong but not as optimized. Gemini, competitive but still behind. Algorithm design, this is about creating efficient solutions to complex problems. Example task, design an algorithm to sort 1,000,000 records in the fastest way possible while using minimal memory. Grok gets excellent rating. ChatGPT and Gemini both get good, which sounds okay until you realize that in algorithm design, the difference between excellent and good can mean your code runs 10 times faster or uses half the memory. Code generation, here's where things get practical. Can the AI write code that doesn't just work but is maintainable? Let me explain. Anyone can write messy code that works, but professional code needs to be clean, documented, follow best practices. Grok Advanced, it generates code that other developers can actually read and maintain. ChatGPT and Gemini, capable, but you'll probably spend more time cleaning it up. Debugging tasks, this one's huge. Can the AI find bugs in existing code? Real scenario, you've got 1,000 lines of code with a subtle bug that crashes the program randomly. Can the AI find it? Grok, superior debugging capability. It traces through logic, identifies edge cases, finds those needle in haystack bugs. ChatGPT and Gemini, moderate. They'll catch obvious stuff but subtle bugs not so much. Why this matters? Look at the 2 panels on screen showing advantages and performance metrics. Big Brain Mode, Grok has a specialized mode just for complex coding. It's like switching from a regular calculator to a scientific calculator, different tools for different jobs. Multi-language proficiency, whether you're coding in Python, JavaScript, Rust, or even obscure languages, Grok handles them all. Real-time code validation, here's the cool part. Grok checks code as it writes it, catches errors before they become problems. The result, faster problem resolution, higher code quality scores, better edge case handling, more elegant solutions. Independent studies confirm this. Grok generates code that's more maintainable, more efficient, and has fewer bugs compared to ChatGPT and Gemini. That's not marketing speak, that's measurable, documented performance. Share this with developers. Hey, if you're finding this useful, take a second to share this video. Hit that share button and send it to your developer friends, your coding study group, your team at work. Knowledge about AI performance differences matters. The more people understand which tools actually perform better, the better decisions everyone can make. Agentic SKRS. Alright, this is where things get really exciting. Agentic tasks, this is the future of AI and Grok is crushing it. What are agentic tasks? Look at the definition on screen. Let me break this down with a real example. Traditional AI, you ask what's the weather tomorrow? It gives you an answer, one question, one answer, done. Agentic AI, you say, I need to plan a weekend trip within 3 hours of driving with good weather, family-friendly activities, and under $500 budget. Now the AI has to research locations within 3 hours, check weather forecasts, find family activities, calculate costs for hotels, food, activities, compare options, make recommendations, adjust if something's booked. See the difference? That's agentic behavior, multiple steps, making decisions, adapting to problems, actually doing things, not just answering questions. The performance gap is huge. Look at the comparison table on screen, this isn't even close. Autonomous planning. Grok, excellent, it breaks down complex goals systematically. ChatGPT, limited, struggles with multi-step planning. Gemini, moderate, better than ChatGPT but still behind. Real-time adaptation. This is big. Grok has deep search, it can search the web in real time. Here's why this matters. Let's say you ask about planning that trip and halfway through, a hotel gets booked. Grok can adapt immediately, find alternatives, recalculate. ChatGPT, its knowledge is frozen in 2023. It can't adapt to real-time changes. Gemini, limited real-time capability. Task completion rate. Grok highest actually completes the task. ChatGPT, moderate, often needs multiple follow-ups. Gemini, moderate, similar to ChatGPT. The numbers don't lie. Look at that stat box at the bottom, 25 to 40% higher success rate. Let me put that in perspective. If you give ChatGPT and Grok the same complex task 10 times, ChatGPT might successfully complete 6 out of 10. Grok will successfully complete 8 or 9 out of 10. That's not incremental improvement, that's a fundamental capability gap. Grok isn't just better at these tasks, it can do tasks that other models literally fail to complete. Subscribe for more AI analysis. Haven't subscribed to SKRS yet? Seriously, now's the time. Click that subscribe button and hit the bell icon. We regularly analyze the latest AI developments, benchmark updates, and practical applications. This is just one video in our future tech and AI playlist. There's tons more content coming. Why Grok wins? We're in the final stretch. This is SKRS, and this video is part of our future tech and AI playlist where we break down complex technology into understandable analysis. So we've seen that Grok dominates. The question everyone asks is, why? What makes it so much better? Architectural advantages, the technical foundation. Look at the left panel, 4 key advantages. Real-time data integration. Here's the game changer. ChatGPT's knowledge stops at its training date, October 2023 for most models. If you ask about anything after that, it literally cannot know. Grok, it has live access to X, formerly Twitter, and the web through deep search. Real example, you ask, what are tech companies saying about AI regulation today? ChatGPT, based on my training data up to 2023. Grok searches X and web in real time, gives you today's discussions. That's massive. Specialized modes. Think mode for deep reasoning problems. Deep search mode for research with real-time information. Big brain mode for complex coding and algorithm design. It's like having 3 different tools optimized for specific jobs. You wouldn't use a hammer for everything, right? Same principle. Advanced reasoning. Multi-step logical processing. Remember those AIME math problems we talked about? Grok can hold multiple steps in context, build chains of reasoning, and arrive at correct conclusions. Many AI models lose track after a few steps. Grok maintains that logical thread. Context awareness. Over 32,000 token context window. Let me translate, it can keep track of about 60 pages of text at once. Practical example, you're working on a complex project with lots of background info. Grok remembers all of it throughout the conversation. Other models might start forgetting earlier context. Performance edge, what it means for users. Right panel shows the practical impact. Current information. While competitors rely on static training data, Grok updates continuously. For research, fact-checking, current events, this is crucial. Adaptive intelligence. Grok doesn't use the same approach for every problem. It analyzes task complexity and switches to the optimal mode. Efficiency matters. Agent capabilities. We talked about this, superior at autonomous multi-step workflows. Plans, executes, adapts, completes. Code optimization. Generates more efficient algorithms. Your code runs faster, uses less memory, scales better. The summary by the numbers. Look at that summary panel, 3 key metrics that tell the whole story. 93.3% on AIME math compared to 78% for competitors. That's a 15-point lead in complex reasoning. Superior coding performance across all metrics. Code bench, algorithm design, code generation, debugging, clean sweep. Plus 25 to 40% on agentic tasks, not just better but fundamentally more capable at autonomous work. The bottom line. Read that conclusion box with me. Grok demonstrates measurable superiority across reasoning, coding, and agentic benchmarks, outperforming ChatGPT, Gemini, and other competitors through real-time data integration, specialized reasoning modes, and advanced architectural design. This isn't hype. These are documented benchmark results using standardized tests that the entire AI industry recognizes. Grok is dominating and the evidence is irrefutable. Alright everyone, if you made it this far, I really appreciate you watching. Here's how you can support the channel and help spread this knowledge. First, smash that like button. Your thumbs up tells YouTube, hey, this content is valuable and helps us reach more people interested in AI technology. Seriously, it makes a huge difference. Second, share this video. Send it to your developer friends who need to know which AI tools actually perform better. Colleagues working with AI in any capacity. Students studying computer science or AI. Anyone who keeps asking which AI is actually best. Knowledge should be shared right, hit that share button. Third, subscribe to SKRS and turn on all notifications. We're constantly analyzing new AI developments, benchmarks, and practical applications. This video is part of our Future Tech and AI playlist. We've got deep dives on large language models, AI coding tools, future AI predictions, practical AI applications, and so much more. Drop a comment below and tell me, which AI are you currently using? What tasks do you use it for? Have you noticed these performance differences? I read every single comment and your feedback helps shape our future videos. Check out the Future Tech and AI playlist, click that link in the description or the card appearing on screen right now. Tons more content analyzing the cutting edge of technology. Thank you so much for watching this deep dive into Grok's benchmark domination. This is SKRS, your trusted source for clear, evidence-based analysis of future tech and AI. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, keep learning, keep exploring, and stay curious about the future of technology.